Good morning, star seeds. I am here for another reading. I hope you're having a great day, a great evening, a great morning. Whatever it is, it's the morning of your ascension, whatever time of day it is, and you are doing a wonderful job. I just want to say that to you. You are doing a great job with your shadow work. I know it's really, really hard, to say the least. It's like the hardest thing that anyone could possibly do, and you are doing it. So every time that you have a good spark in your day or you feel yourself being uplifted, just know that you are climbing out of the depths of hell. You are like nearly literally raising yourself from the dead as you do this work. So I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of us. There are very few of us, if any at all. I'm not even sure if that's possible, that there are people right now who have completely finished their shadow work, their karma, because Earth has not quite ascended yet. And when you clear your karma, that's when the Earth is going to ascend. That's when you're going to ascend. So you are not behind. You are doing a great job. You're right on time. And if it feels really dense to you, find the sun and find a way to play in the sun, find a way to breathe fresh air, find a way to get your spark going again. Go to a bookstore, go to a playground and watch kids play, go to the park and pretend you're Harriet the Spy and take notes about what people are doing. Just like find ways to creatively interact with your environment that you haven't thought about in a long time. You have these schemas for exactly what you're supposed to do in your world and the only things that are options. But, if you, like, for example, with like going to the park, if you are not a parent, you might not think about like that it might be kind of fun to go and sit on a bench with a book and somewhere where there are a bunch of cute kids and animals running around and just watch the kids, watch the playground. And I don't mean in a somehow that has like somehow that's ringing as like we think of creepy people doing that, but that's not what I'm talking about. So yeah, find ways to twist your idea of what play is, because as an adult you have a lot of experience that's going to make play feel a little bit different to you. I like to do stuff like I love to take pictures, so I love to and I love to drive, and so I love to drive around and go for long drives and find like rural places or houses or things like that I've never seen before, and take pictures of those things, just like even out of the car window. But I love doing stuff like that. It's kind of this aimless type of play. You can listen to music and stuff like that. And I love trying to find roads that I've never been on. These are ways that you can play as an adult. There's an infinite number of ways, but we think of play as being like, okay, we've got to either go play soccer, or we've got to play a board game, or we've got to play with toys. But as an adult, this might more look like editing photos to you. It might look like it could be just like drawing, like you might not have drawn or doodled in a long time. It could be coloring. You might be a person who really likes coloring books and stuff like that. Playing games is a really good way of playing. I like to do scavenger hunts with my son, and I just think of random stuff that I see and tell him that it's on the scavenger hunt list, and then wait for him to find it, and then we move on to the next thing. And we kind of do drives like that too, and it's he's little enough that it ends up being really fun. So like honk if you see the color yellow. We do all kinds of crazy stuff. So this is where you really need to get back in touch with your inner child, and your inner child, you can see it through the lens of all of your experience now. So you have the potential to be even more creative than you were when you were little. You just have to bust out of all this calcified trauma decalcify your pineal gland. It's all this stagnancy that's built up in your creative system over the course of your life that the more that you are able to play and get into flow, you can clear it out. And if you're a reader, like just sitting down to read a book, that can be a way of playing. Like, don't read books that you feel like you have to read. But if you're a person who like loves the feeling of sitting down and opening a book for an hour, like, that is a perfect way to get in flow. So it can all look very unique to you. I've said before, I love, part of the reason I really love tarot and love oracle cards and stuff is because it feels like play to me, but it's like fascinating to my adult self that has all of this, that gets all those downloads and knowledge about the ascension and all this stuff that's my passion. I used to do therapy, so this like ties in and I think that there are a lot of things that are more effective than therapy, which is more of a complicated opinion than I'll get into right now, because I think taking care of yourself is great and therapists try to do a good job. It's just kind of a losing game. And I don't think that people should have to pay money to get healed from their traumas. That is my belief. So especially like you're supposed to go to one appointment a week, which for an hour, and pay someone $150 or even just like even quote unquote just $75 an hour. And like people don't have, and when you're in trauma, it's every day. Like the $75 an hour is just not tenable to be able to really bust through all of the backup of all of the karma and all of the trauma that you've been through. And there are absolutely exceptions to this, and I will tell you that I am a damn good therapist, and that is why I'm not practicing right now, because I don't think it's the best place for me to be able to use my skills. So did we want to do a reading, or did we want to just talk about random stuff, Spirit? I pulled, this is going to be a little fun. I pulled, I've gotten out for you the Isis Oracle. So Goddess Isis is the archetype of the divine feminine. She's one of the ascended masters. This deck is by Alana Fairchild, who is absolutely prolific. She does gorgeous art, and there are several decks that she has that are of these divine feminine ascended masters, and they are all just so well done, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so let's pull some cards here. With oracle decks, I do intuitive reading, and then I'm also going to pull a little bit from the guidebook, because with each oracle deck, the archetypes that you see are not necessarily exactly the same as they are in every tarot deck. You kind of get different stuff, so it's really helpful to go into the deck or into the book too to see. So the scales of balance, the ancient tantra of the soul. Okay, so first of all, there might be a Libra that you're involved with. That's what I'm getting, from straight off the bat. Scales make me think of Libra. So scales of balance, that makes me think of temperance. It makes me think of twin flames. Balance, and it is the essence of the ascension is balance. So in order to be able to ascend, you have to balance out the divine masculine and the divine feminine parts of you. And this is a period, just like on this scale that she's holding, you picture once you put the weights in, it will kind of go back and forth until it evens out. And that is what you are doing in a twin flame journey, is that you're calibrating with each other so that you can be balanced together. And then likewise within yourself as an individual, you are balancing. Your goal is to balance and hone those two parts of you such that your scales are still and in like homeostasis. So Tantra is a way of connecting with spirit, connecting with the earth directly through another human, through plants, through animals, through it's through the tangible realm of the 3D. It's using the 3D to be able to connect to the quantum. It's so instead of creating your direct connection through disconnecting from your body and disconnecting from the 3D in a detachment sense, you're able to connect with spirit through immersing yourself in everything that you love and all the love that's out there in the world that you have created. So Tantra is is a practice, ancient practice that has a bunch of techniques that harness the sexual magic of your creativity. Your creativity is sexual magic, and creativity, your sexual hormones and your sexual energy is what it contributes to the creativity in your life. It is the creative force. So the same energy that creates a baby is the same energy that you use to write a book, is the same energy that you use to create a beautiful meal. So this energy is everywhere. It's the same energy that grows a person from a baby into an adult. Creative energy is the most fundamental God energy, and that is, it's basically creative energy is at a vibration of love, and it corresponds to God energy. So this is a message to maybe look into Tantra. If you have a partner, that's especially a great way to be able to ascend and connect with your partner. And it might be that you are going to be able to ascend with your partner if you find yourself in a twin flame connection. So next card that we have is the Divine Sun Child, because twin flames ascend in conjunction with each other. They both ascend together. It's two souls split. So that is a big part of Isis had a twin flame. She was a twin. Her twin flame was Osiris, who was the divine masculine, and he died, and she spent the rest of her life reincarnating him. And so we don't actually know whether she was able to do this or not, but because this is all legend, but she, if you're in the twin flame universe, then you understand how spirituality works. Yes, she did reincarnate her twin, and they live forever in the archetype of twin flames. They are carried down. If you are a twin flame, you carry the archetype that was honed by goddess Isis and the divine masculine Osiris. So a divine sun child, blessings of the sun falcon. So a falcon is a bird that will always come back to you. You send it out with a message or to go hunt or something like that, and it always flies back to you. A falcon is very, it's not an animal that you want to mess with unless you have on, like a glove, or you have a very specific relationship with the bird, because their talons are so sharp. So even when they're just landing, they have this impact. So they always, they have this impact that can be painful. So it's like you have to be very wary and very careful and very gentle with these beautiful birds that are hyper intelligent. I mean, all birds are extremely intelligent, and falcons in particular have a very close connection with humans and the spirit of the soul, and they have a close connection with spirit. And likewise, you can connect deeply with falcons and other birds and animals with your soul. So the falcon is essentially, the falcon here is like the divine masculine. The falcon is the divine, see, Isis is here holding the falcon. She is the master of this bird. She has a relationship with it, that it's not going to peck at her. It's not going to dig into her arm with its talons. It is sitting there waiting for her to let it know where she wants it to go. And she's not going to have to issue any commands. She doesn't have to talk to the bird. The bird just implicitly knows what she needs. And this is the representation of the reincarnation of the divine masculine. It's like the falcon is like her protector. It is like she is the master of the falcon, but the falcon is her protector, and the falcon is his whole universe is, it hones in on the divine feminine. So the divine masculine is sort of this free spirit that is the one that usually needs to be quote unquote tamed. And that's kind of I would not use that word unless we were talking about falcons here, because it's not that it has to be tamed so much as it has to be, the divine masculine is usually the twin that's like, when you're activated, the divine masculine is usually the one that's in inverse energy from what they're supposed to be. So the divine masculine is the one that's going to have to switch polarity and go through this more rapid ascension process than you've even been through. So so Isis here is in command of this bird, and they are like close with each other. She's not looking at the bird. She trusts him. He's looking over here. He's got her back. He's keeping an eye out. So that is what your relationship with your divine masculine is going to be like. The two of you are going to be like peas and carrots, like two peas in a pod. The falcon here is her friend. She is respectful of it. You can't be harsh or try to control the bird in order to get it to go along with you. You have to entangle quantumly with the spirit of the bird. You have to really connect with the spirit of the bird to be able to relate to the falcon and be a falconer. So this also reminds me of in Tennyson's poem, what am I trying to think? Okay, the one that's about like the apocalypse, and it says the center cannot hold, and the falcon cannot hear the falconer. This is the poem that I'm trying to think of that has a very obvious name in my head that I am blanking on, is talking essentially about the ascension, about the apocalypse, about revelation in the Bible. And the center that cannot hold is the center of the earth. And the falcon and the falconer, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, have been separated since the beginning of the 3D realm. We've been separated from each other, and we have lost our connection with each other. There is supposed to be an instinctual, implicit connection, a telepathic connection with each of our divine partners, and because of the density and the karma that has built up in our realm, it has made it impossible, or nearly impossible up until now, to be able to find and connect and home in on your divine partner. So the falcon cannot hear the falconer. This is a sign. It's about balance. It's about I wasn't really trying to do that. Yeah, it's about balance, which is coming in quickly. That's what the chariot is about. And the two of you coming into this union. And you see this is Osiris up here, and there's the bird spirit of Osiris, and this is the earthly bird, and this is the spirit of the bird, the archetype of the bird that's like in regalia and in these protector, godlike armor and garb. And as you ascend, that is where you're going to be able to connect the falcon. The falcon up here is going to be able to connect in with the falconer and connect in with the tangible earth, the falcon of the earth, the nitty gritty, this is the tantric connection with the earth, with spirit, the connection with spirit through the earth, through the creation of all life in the earth. Let's pull one more card here. So we've got a lot of stuff about twin flame, which makes sense because this is the Isis Oracle, and she might be a ascended master that you might learn that you want to work with, or if you start seeing her come up a lot in videos and things like that, or you have little knowings or claircognizance or downloads about Isis, she is an amazing ascended master to work with. She is, I love her and work very closely with her. And she has just a really beautiful, powerful energy. And yeah, one way to get into some of the, if you're interested in kind of diving into working with ascended masters, there is a book called The Sophia Code by an author named Kaya Ra. But it's called The Sophia Code, and it's a channeled book that's, by all accounts, it might as well be, it's like scripture, basically. It's like a holy channel. It's a fully channeled book, and there are, I can't remember how many parts, but there's something like 7 different parts, 7 different chapters, and each of those 7 chapters is an ascended master in the divine feminine. And it is a channeled, like, the message of that ascended master, and the story of who that person is told from a first person perspective. And it is so powerful. It is a very, very powerful activation. The way that if you listen to it on Audible, Kaya Ra actually reads it herself, and the way that she reads and the way that she uses her voice is in a manner that it is programmed to activate you. She uses it. It's a very different kind of read than you might be normally used to reading, but it's just so powerful. It is. I really recommend the Sophia Code to any feminines out there. Let's see. Healing the divine masculine. Okay, yeah, Osiris rises. So, this is where it's like we're healing and bringing the divine masculine back into the earth. We are reincarnating the divine masculine so that the divine masculine can be with us in the kingdom of heaven. And because this is the kingdom of heaven, the earth is the kingdom of heaven. We've been creating it over millennia, and our universe is the kingdom of heaven. So, it's new earth is what I'm talking about. In Christianity, they call it the kingdom of heaven. But this is new earth, the paradigm that we have been creating and over millennia by doing our karma and doing as much loving as we could possibly do. And we are to the tipping point where the divine masculine is finally healing in conjunction with the divine feminine. The divine masculine has been taking advantage of the divine, as the energy of the divine masculine has been warped for millennia, and instead of being divine, it's been this masculine energy that leeches off of the feminine energy, and the feminine energy has been tapped for their energy by the masculine force of society. And this is where you have marginalized groups that are being taken advantage of. You have wars, you have crime, you have the news that's all scare tactics. All of that is the warping of the divine masculine. This is not true it's not the true divine masculine. This is
Sybil, you're in the way. Sybil.
And we have been, but the divine masculine is not evil. They are our essential partner. There are two fundamental forces in our universe: the divine masculine and the divine feminine. These two polarity, it's electricity and magnetism, or the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And we need both to come together and heal. We need both to heal in order for them to be able to come together. And this is where we see the spirit of the divine masculine, or Isis, like looking. I can't tell if that's Isis or if it's, I guess it is. Yeah, it has to be Isis. Isis looking from behind him. And that's where they're twin flames. They share the same cognizance. They share the same mind space. They share the same soul. So the eyes, this is where twin flames share this same, the spark that's deep within your eyes. That is your soul signature. And your twin flame, you can tell your twin flame by looking in their eyes, because it will be undeniable to you that you feel this overwhelming familiarity and joy and love as you look into their eyes. And see here, the two of them, his eyes are almost, they're sort of like whited out. And this is showing, it's like the divine feminine comes in and guides the divine masculine, as the eyes of the divine masculine, is the sensing part of the divine masculine, the empathic part. And the divine masculine is being healed. So keep working on this. Is what you need to focus on is healing your own divine masculine, healing the part of you that is the protector, healing the part of you that is the get up and get it done kind of person. Like you're actually going to be like, okay, I am going to go play today. This is fun. And you kind of get up your energy and can do that. So the inspiration is like the divine feminine, and the spirit is the divine feminine, and the masculine is the structure to all of the creativity and all of the dreams that the divine feminine has. The divine masculine is the one who manifests. The force of the divine masculine is what manifests all of the 3D realm, and the feminine is able to connect deeply with the 3D realm in order to actually transit that realm and connect back with spirit. So that is going to be our reading for right now. I thank Goddess Isis and our dear Osiris for this reading. This energy is coming in quickly. So this healing, look at Tantra, and keep an eye out. If you might see, like, you're probably not going to see falcons around you, but if you see hawks and things like that, that can be a sign to you from your spirit guides of your divine masculine, sending you a message of some kind. And so, yeah, I hope you got something out of this reading. Hit the like button, and I will talk to y'all later.